People tried to hate this band. They just couldn't. The Clash, London Calling, is the album that we're pinpointing today to join that ever-growing list of the world's best rock albums. This album was voted by Rolling Stone in 1989 as the best rock album of the 80s. Whether you put much credit or kudos into the Rolling Stone magazine, I don't know. I mean, this was the same company that hated Led Zeppelin and thought they were shit when they came out, and that was after seeing a live concert. But they choose to forget that, so we'll do the same. The Clash were voted in this album the best rock album of the 80s. They transformed themselves. Music in the UK was on a massive transformation reboot. Bands such as The Specials, The Pretenders with Chrissie Hynde, they were evolving very quickly, and The Clash had to do the same. So they evolved out of that inspirational Sex Pistols thing with Johnny Rotten, and Joe Strummer formed his own personal identification along with a band called The Clash, and it worked. Initially despised, not liked when it was released. I mean, people thought that Strummer and the lads had sold out to the North American record market. In fact, the opposite's true. They were really putting together music and putting together a sound that was unbeatable, unfollowable. It was a plethora of sound and great songs that North America fell in love with. And all by their lonesome, they made it. London Calling, The Clash is a mature, politically correct answer to what North America wanted, needed to hear in the arena of punk / rock genre. And The Clash put their finger on that button and let it go. The producer of the album, Guy Stevens, did a lot of big stuff with UK bands through the 60s. In fact, he was part of the problem when it came to the British invasion of music. He just let North America have it, and he was still going when he produced this one too. Guy Stevens is very famous for saying not to worry about speeding up a song if you're recording it. In fact, he said that a great rock and roll song always speeds up in the process of performing it. Hence the reason why a lot of songs on this album with The Clash seem to intensify as they progress. London Calling is a great example of that. This album should not be underrated. When it came out, as I said, it was liked and hated, but eventually loved. And if you still haven't sat down and listened to it, it's quality, beginning to end. Joe Strummer didn't even get a chance to really enjoy the fruits of his labours when it came to this album. He obviously got to enjoy the previous ones though. But this is an album that had a lot more heart and soul and deserves its place on the world's best rock albums of all time. Well, that's it. Don't forget, a day without this particular podcast is like an umbrella without a spatula. Until next time.